lost from catching bites. I love when I opt out. Pull up, broad day, brrr, make his mama cry. Me and Doja took his life, fucking me, had to pay the price. Still in my hood, bitch, I feel like bones. Pop a perk, I'm in my zone. Barney.
What up, though? You already know how I go. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. Had to come out here and give y'all something before I went to work, man. I appreciate everybody who hit me on the TikTok. Y'all got me at 10A, almost a band on the IG, almost 20,000 on here. I got to put in more work. I'm falling out the algorithm. Videos here, and there. I got to be more consistent and drop for y'all. To look forward to hearing from me, man. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to take all that into consideration of what multiple people told me. I got to make longer videos because I'll be forgetting. Some of y'all like me, y'all be at work, cutting the grass, or driving your trucks. The people who hold CDL license be on the road, and they don't want to keep playing with their phone. They want a 20-minute, 30-minute video to get through their day so they don't have to keep playing with it and stopping what they're doing, so on and so forth. So I understand it, man. I got to get up on my things. When you're going through things and you're navigating through this life, it's bumps in the road, but you can't let that affect you. It's just speed bumps to where you gotta get. So I definitely understand that, man. I appreciate y'all 1,000,000%. Make sure y'all get in the comment box and let me know what to say. Not what to say, but what type of videos you want to hear. Any other questions that you got? I got plenty of stories left. I've been spacing them out though, because I might run out one of these days soon, so that I space those out. That's why I put other people on the platform too. I want to see other people grow and win or whatever, man. Start doing promo on music. I'm gonna drop more music in front of my video as long as it's your original beat and you ain't cursing too much in the intro. Cool. Or I could probably edit it out, but that's a lot of work. So we're doing $20 promos. That's what we're gonna do. $20 promos. Make sure y'all go check out that Chapo 33. Like I said, I talked to my brother. We on the same page. I told him what it was and how I felt about his rap. So maybe they're a little bit too real, but he said it's all cap rap. So we just gonna go with that, okay? I want to get into this video about my cousin AD. Now I told y'all the story about how my institutionalized uncle beat him up. Now I want to tell y'all about a situation me and him had. I was 11 years old. Just to give y'all some backstory, I used to look up to him. I thought he was cool. Thought he was tough because he always used to come around like, "You sure you got any problems? Anybody bothering you? I'll go over here, this and this and that." So I always knew I could count on him if I had some problems, right? He was in and out of boys' homes his whole life, not by choice, but by his condition. So I thought that made him tough. Young, ignorant, dumb. But he always, to me, been a thief. Always, was just grimy. Hey, I spilled water in your PlayStation by mistake and kept it. Like, just a clown bum at the end of the day. But nevertheless, I'm 11 years old. I'm going to Durfee middle school. I think I'm like in the 6th grade, or the 5th grade. I forget which one. Right. So, he bumps into me. He up there Central, I guess, getting on some girls or talking to a girl, and Central High School right next door, and I'm at the middle school. So, I had a problem with a guy named Keith. I forget Keith's last name, but Keith was a huge kid. I'm talking about Keith might have. If we was in the 5th grade or the 6th, no, we was in the 6th grade. He had to belong in the 8th or 9th. Huge, dark guy, hands huge. Like, he was my size then, right? So I'm 5'8", 5'9", skinny kid. I'm not tough at that time at all. I'm a punk. And for you institutionalized people, when I say punk, I don't mean that type of punk, right? Okay. Yeah, y'all go, "Oh, you was a punk? Oh man, I never respect." Like, no, I'm talking about like just a coward, right? So I get into it with this guy Keith over maybe some jokes about the way he smelled or whatever or something like that, and he took it kind of serious. And he slammed me one day. He took my own hands and made him punch me in the face. Like, this is how strong and big he was. Like, dude was a monster, and he had this one little guy he used to hang out with. I don't know why he hung out with this guy, but this guy kind of, just a little bit dorky or whatever. And you could tell Keith was, like, more involved in the streets. So we got this problem. It goes on. I bump into Adrian, AD, and he like, you straight, cuz? Look, cuz, you got any problems? I'm like, yeah, I kind of do, dog. This dude a day or two ago beat me up, man. He like, oh, for real? I'm about to go smash, dog. So this the okay. Look, so we go find him, and I get kind of scared. I'm like, Keith over there by a tree talking to his homeboy. Now his homeboy is about 5'6", 5'7", fat kid, big glasses, big afro. This one afros and blue jean jacket outfits. The guest outfits was in style. So he over there in his red cardigan. Keith got on his red cardigan with a school shirt up under it, school collar sticking out. They basically got on the same thing, whatever. So I stopped as we approaching him, and I'm like, "Hey, cuz, that's him right there." So I think he thought I was pointing at the dude that was hanging out with Keith. So he goes over there, and I'm behind him. He say, "Hey, look, get up. You put your hands on my cousin." He like, "What are you talking about?" "Hey, dog, I'm about to smash you, man. Apologize to my cousin right now, and I'm gonna whoop you. It's gonna be worse if you don't do it." All right. Keith, he crouched over right against the tree. He get up. Now, mind you, he's 6'3". He huge in the 6th grade. He gets up, kind of towers over my cousin. My cousin's skinny. He about 6 foot himself, but he's skinny though, like 130 pounds. Keith gets up, 6'3", 180, 200 pounds, and say, "No, I'm the one beat your cousin up." AD look at him like, "No." Get back talking to the little dog like, "Get up and apologize to my cousin." He like, "Hey, I beat your cousin up. He was talking. He shouldn't have been making jokes." AD like, "No, that ain't you. That ain't you. It's him. He said it was him." "Hey, come here, cuz." I go over there. I goes over there. I'm like, "No, it ain't him. It's him." He like, Keith like, "Oh, what you gonna come up here and do something to me? What you gonna do?" Keith take off his stuff. Keith take off his stuff, right? About ready to fight. AD grabs my hand like, "Come on." we get we get up out of there, bro. He beat me to my mama house, dog. He beats me to my mama house. He runs across the bridge, full speed. "Cuz, come on, cuz." I'm about ready to throw up because I can't keep up, man. I'm like, no, he didn't even try to act tough or nothing. Dog took his stuff off and dipped. So eventually I had to go apologize to Keith. I'm like, "Man, my bad, man." He kept pressing me about what happened, man. I guess he seen my face or something, man. I ain't got no problems with you. He like, "It's all good, bro. You was making fun of me. I could have did you worse than that. I just made your hands beat you up. I didn't even beat you up. You did it. But it could have been worse than that." So on and so forth. And we were straight ever since that day. And that's the day I found out my cousin wasn't the tough guy I thought he was. Because he had a cast on his hand one day. And he was telling us a story like, "Yeah, I was at the boys' home or whatever. This dude kept trying me. So I socked him so hard, I broke my own hand." Now, this might have happened, but I seriously doubt it. Because I remember one time we dropped him off at the boys' home, me and my Aunt Pat. And one dude was coming out as he was going in, and he bumped him and looked at him. AD looked back and just kept going. And I asked him about it like a couple days later, like, "Man, why he bump you and do that to you, dude?" He's like, "Man, the staff was around. If he wasn't around, I would have broke my other hand. For real, for real. I broke so many guys' jaws in here, man. It's crazy, man." I'm believing all this as an 11-year-old child. I thought he was super tough. This dude, he tried to make the problem somebody else. Was like, "No, it's you. Come here, cuz." As soon as Keith take his stuff off, he looked at me, he grabbed my hand, yanked me. "Come on." I had to go end up apologizing to Keith. I thought Keith was sure gonna learn his lesson that day. Never did. But to fast forward, Keith started hanging out on 12th Street when I was about 14, 15 years old, and he was over there beating guys, beating them. I'm talking about beating guys. It was one guy named Man that had the courage to go fight him. He came around there with like 12 guys. Most of them guys are scared. Keith not even from 12th Street. They beefing with some guy over there that's from 12th Street that Keith hang with. And, you know, the whole hood don't like them. They just like the outcasts of the hood. But people wouldn't run up on that boy. This before they started playing with toys and stuff like that. So nobody would run up on him. I remember him and Man started fighting. And Man started off good, bobbing and weaving. He was moving. Until Keith caught him with one shot. Crack! Bust everything open. Slowed down. Socked him again. Knocked him on the curb. Kicked him a couple times. I'm like, this guy is huge. And none of the 12th Street guys want to jump in. I'm talking about this dude like 6'6" at the time now, man. I wonder what he up to, man. I hope he out prospering. Hope he ain't in prison or nothing like that. But he was living that life, and I was just creeping into that life. And if you out there, hit me up, bro. I love for you to tell that story, man. My cousin AD wasn't tough as I thought he was, man. Big fight, y'all, man. Peace and blessings.